The beginning of the end. It's a common phrase because the beginning of something ending holds a significant moment in our lives. The beginning of the end tells us so much about a human being. It's the moment you realize that everything you built is over, or the moment you might feel as if you haven't done enough. The times you've been wronged in your life, or times you've been selfish. About getting old and getting weak. About how all good things, even great things, have to come to an end. Newton's law. What goes up must come down. The beginning of the end. The last dance. What's going on, basketball world? Just As here, and I just finished watching what was one of the most well-produced documentaries I have ever seen. Of course, I'm talking about ESPN's The Last Dance, detailing the five-time NBA champion Chicago Bulls and their sixth and final championship run in the 1997-1998 season. It is all parts funny, all meme-worthy, compelling, and just some of the best storytelling I've seen. I'm going to break it down all for you guys with some minor spoilers here and there, but before we dive into it, like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification button for Lingo Sports. We would really appreciate that. On to The Last Dance. ESPN debuted the first two episodes of the highly anticipated Michael Jordan-infused documentary just this past Sunday, and if you're a fan of NBA history, if you're a fan of the Chicago Bulls, Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, basketball, or just documentaries in general, this is a must-watch. We knew it was going to give us some of the greatest basketball players go uncut, going unfiltered through 2-hour-long episodes that were jam-packed with information. The documentary starts us by saying the team, management, and especially legendary head coach Phil Jackson all knew this would be their last ride, their last rodeo, so to speak. With that in mind, the rest of the team begins to unravel, and it can all be blamed on what can be the main villain in the first two episodes, Bulls GM Jerry Krause. Krause, who is genuinely, just because of recency bias, reminding me of this guy everybody's talking about, is kind of like Danny DeVito as the Penguin in that Batman movie. Just jumping out of players and saying, "I'll trade you," and really just looking overall scary. Which is funny because of his size. I mean, we got a serious Napoleon complex issue going there, or Lord Farquaad from Shrek. It just doesn't seem right. And that didn't necessarily rub off the best on the team. Once we got through telling Jackson it was his last year with the Bulls, he later tells the best teammate of all time, apparently, and Michael Jordan's sidekick, the Batman to his Robin, Scottie Pippen, that he wants to trade him. By the way, none of these are spoilers because this is all known facts. Anyway, Scottie gets mad, requests a trade, and now the quest for a three-peat is slipping between their fingertips. But let's be real, that's not what happened in reality. Pippen never got traded, and the Bulls, along with Scottie, went on to win their sixth championship. And then Krause, as if this wasn't enough, even had issues with his main star, who, according to Larry Bird, is actually God pretending to be a basketball player in the 1980s. With Michael hurt early in his career, the Bulls, instead of pushing for a playoff spot, tanked in order to get a lottery pick. Michael didn't like that, which ends up being even funnier because Michael Jordan became the Hornets owner, which makes so much more sense now. All right, now for the quotables. Obviously, Larry Bird at one point calling Michael Jordan God, not just a god, but the god, was up there in terms of quotes. The funny reference to Bill Clinton as the former Arkansas resident and Barack Obama as former Illinois president is a funny nod, which Twitter had a field day with. Scottie Pippen making the decision that most NBA players do completely opposite now is the craziest thing of this entire episode. He didn't bet on himself. Just to put it in perspective how bad it was, Allen Iverson was in his sophomore year, his second year at the time, and he was making $2 million more than Scottie Pippen was, who is a 5-time NBA champion at the time and a 6-time All-Star. Man, that has got to hurt. And last but not least, Michael Jordan is amazing. Michael Jordan is great. Jordan is everything you'd ever want in a basketball player, talent-wise, and more. And LeBron James doesn't need to be him. They can both be great. Have a good one. Take care. As always, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and follow Lingo Sports for more sports videos.